Hello, my name's Janet Holgrimson. I'm a speech language pathologist. I'm here to show you some ways that you can help your child with their fluency and comprehension. So this is for at-home reading. If they enjoy books and they just usually like listening to the story, this is one way to make the task of them reading a page less daunting. And so a lot of times when kids are poor readers, they read quite slow and they have a hard time understanding or comprehending what they're reading because they're focused so much at the word level versus at the sentence or level, and they have poor fluency. So, and it's not something we often work on, but it's very important for comprehension. So what I'm going to show you is ways that you can encourage your child to get some reading practice while still helping them with their fluency and also their comprehension. So this is for kids that are already able to read most sentences. So what I do is I pre-read the sentence. So I say, okay, maybe I'll do it depending on the child's willingness to do this activity, I'd say, okay, you have to read every 5th page, or you have to read every 2nd page, or every other page. But don't worry, I'll read it first. I'll point to the words as I read them. So make sure when you're pointing to the words and you read them first that you're maintaining a normal fluency. It's really important that you don't go, the Rescue Aid Society was having a meeting. I want you to read at your normal rate. And it's a rate that it goes quite fast because you want two things. You want it to be just slightly slower than your spoken conversational rate of speech, and you want them to be able to understand. So the more natural the flow, the easier it is to comprehend what you're reading. So, but I still want you pointing to the words and them following along. Some kids that are very distracted, I get them to point to the words and I read them. Okay? So what you do is you read the paragraph first and they're going to read it right after. The Rescue Aid Society was having a meeting. Mice members had come from all over the world. We help anyone, anywhere, they all said. Someone needs our help now, said Chairman Mouse. We found a bottle in the river. There's a note in it. Bernard, the janitor, got the note out. So then after that, you get them to read it. And then they read it right after you. So by you reading it first, they're already introduced to some of the new vocabulary and the new words. They get that sentence structure, the language, the flow of the story, and then they get their turn to read it right after. So it just helps build that fluency and comprehension and makes it less daunting to read new vocabulary words. So their brain's going to get some good practice if they heard you say it and then they read it right after. Okay, so that's very important. Those are for older readers. So pre-reading the page, if you're taking turns reading the page, make it the most meaningful. So when they're reading it, why don't you read it first so they get that good practice with the sentence structure, language structure, and the nice fluency. We want them to be most fluent so they're able to comprehend it. All right, thank you very much.